gonna force me to go there, and you're not gonna force me to do anything that I don't want to do. I'm not going to some stupid ass ranch to sit there and do nothing, or sit there and...
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Today's video, we're meeting with a girl who is 14 years old on the Dr. Phil show that just refuses to listen to her parents or any authority, and instead wants to go live with her adult boyfriend. That's right, this girl's life is a total mess, so keep watching until the very end to see her basically get forced to go to the ranch. It's pretty insane. But without further ado, let's just get into it and see what this girl has been doing to her family.
Look at this video for me for just a second.
Get the out of my room! I'm not talking to nobody! They need to get the out of my room!
Wow, so things popping off already. He showed some clips of her freaking out and just basically being the most annoying teenage daughter, the absolute caricature of a wild, insane teenager. I can see why the parents don't want to put up with this, but also they have a lot to blame in this situation, which you will see moving on here forward. They have not been very good parents, which is pretty clear when you look at this child who's absolutely going off on video, just screaming at them to get out of her room. That's clearly someone who doesn't know any healthy coping habits, and she is simply just freaking out because that's the only thing she knows how to do.
You guys want to bicker? If you guys want to bicker, you don't need me for that.
Right.
Seriously, you can go.
So pretty quickly into it, Dr. Phil's already over it. This is one of those families that just wants to spend the entire time on stage fighting with each other and not even letting him get a chance to speak. Like, what's the point of you even being on this show if you don't want to listen to Dr. Phil's advice? This guy is trying to offer you some help, and instead you just want to go back and forth in this childish game of, pointing the blame. Instead, let's get to the root of the problem and try to find a solution. Without that, you guys are just fighting and looking like idiots on TV.
That's what the show's all about, right?
Don't ask me.
And the girl's giving Dr. Phil attitude, and he's just completely over it. Head in his hand right here. He's like, dude, I'm getting paid no matter what, and you idiots can just keep fighting on stage. Look, if you don't want my help, I'll just sit back and let you make total mockeries of yourself. But really, you're gonna see, he actually has them show this clip again. That's how much he wants to just fully show how bad this girl's behavior is. This child right here has no respect for authority whatsoever, and she is just absolutely rude to our man, Dr. Phil, this entire time, which really irks me. But of course, she's feeling attacked, so that's her only defense.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny. Looking at myself like that, I think it's funny. But,
So clearly this is a very intelligent person we're talking about here, very mature, and I'm glad that she thinks it's totally okay to be dating an adult, which is something that she stands by, and we're gonna meet her idiotic boyfriend later on. This guy's a total loser, living in his car at his parents' house saying, well, she didn't tell me how young she was until we were finally dating, so it pretty much is okay. I was already in love with her. That's his excuse. Total creepiness, and I hate to see that this girl is just going down this path where she just finds it funny to be lashing out and totally ratchet in front of her parents. It's gonna be really funny when you're working at McDonald's your entire life and don't have anything to show for yourself because you just freak out at everyone.
at that time, I just wanted everybody to leave me alone. I was tired of it. I just didn't want nobody in my room, period. I just wanted everybody to get out of my room. That's all I wanted them to do, is just get out of my room.
And again, I don't know if this girl's nervous or if that's just how she talks, but she totally is, again, a caricature of an annoying teenage girl. These lifeless eyes just show that she has no interest in talking about her feelings here, and she doesn't see anything wrong with her behavior, so that's why she finds it confusing why her parents dragged her on this show in the first place.
What's humorous about that?
Because I'm sitting there screaming to get out of my room, it's funny.
Yeah, this is the same type of girl that would have liked PewDiePie's videos back in 2014 or something. Screaming does not equal funny, and it's actually embarrassing. That's the word you're looking for. It's humiliating to show that you are this level of immature where you just freak out at your parents like that, and while they're filming you, you still act like that. I don't think it's very funny at all, and I don't think Dr. Phil finds it humorous, but keep going on. You're making a total joke of yourself.
You guys have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do, in my opinion.
So basically, Dr. Phil is being very upfront with these parents already and saying, look, this might be a lost cause. This girl is so far gone, and you guys are totally just withheld from the entire parenting process. They admit in an earlier segment that I'm not covering that they would basically leave her alone for weeks at a time with friends when she was younger and not even check in. And they found out when she was 10 years old, she was already partying and everything. It's just completely disgusting how withdrawn these parents have been from this girl's life the entire time, and it's no reason she's acting out. She probably wants some actual attention from her parents in a positive light, and instead the only time they talk to her is when they're getting mad at her and checking in and seeing how much of a train wreck they're letting her life become.
I think there is a hard decision that I think you need to make. I think you need a break.
We all know what this is leading into. This is the ranch pitch 101. He's saying, look, man, you guys have been trying, or trying at least in their eyes. I don't think they've been doing a very good job, but they have been attempting to get this girl's life back on track. And obviously, it's not working. They need some professionals to step in. And that's why he's saying, you guys need a break. Maybe you can get some therapy on your own, and I'll send your daughter to the ranch so she can learn to work and actually have respect for the things that you give her in her life. And I think it's a good call. This girl clearly needs some serious help. What better option does she have than allowing Dr. Phil to send her out to this ranch, which everyone acts like is totally terrible, but really, if you put in your effort and you try to better yourself, I'm sure it would be a fun experience.
She's got this 18-year-old man that has declared that he's going to do what he wants to do, and they've declared that they're going to do what they want to do.
That's the other thing. This girl is sticking by her boyfriend, who I promise we are still going to meet later on. He's very hilarious. Totally just the type of 18-year-old that you would expect to be with someone like this. I mean, come on, dude. Get a life. That is disgusting. But moving on from that, if I was the parents and this girl was lashing out this bad and she was becoming this much of a headache already, I would just say, you know what? If you want to be with this boyfriend so much and you think you're so grown up, go ahead and do that and see how that works out. And I guarantee she'll come crawling back saying, Mom, Dad, real life sucks. Being an adult sucks. I'm so immature. Like, kids don't understand how unfun adulthood can be sometimes. And you should be thankful that you have parents that are still trying to fight for you, even though they have messed up in the past. They can clearly see that unless they do something now, your life is just going to be a wreck. So yeah, he pitches the ranch to them and tells them what he always tells them. It's a safe facility. It's a very expensive treatment program, I'm sure, and he covers the whole thing. So I don't know why she wouldn't accept it, but clearly she's going to say no. We already could guess that just by the way this girl's been acting, because she finds this all so comedic, but now she's about to face the actual consequences of her actions, and it's gonna stop being pretty funny very quickly.
That's your decision, not mine.
So this girl rolls her eyes as the audience claps, because everyone in this building knows that this girl needs some help, and they cannot let her just go back home and keep acting this way, because bad things are going to happen to her eventually. She doesn't care about her parents at all or her future, and she just thinks that she can float on by being this terrible version of herself. Also, Dr. Phil is pushing this to the parents so much because this is one of those situations where the girl is not able to make her own decisions, and it's ultimately up to the parents or guardians whether or not she goes. So as long as they both agree, she's going, and I really hope these parents wisen up and both agree. It sounds like they're going to, even though this daughter is totally not wanting to go at all. So this girl claims that they're not going to force her to go. She just laughs it off, even though the audience is clapping like, yeah, let's go. This girl sucks. Send her to the ranch, which would be totally humiliating. And clearly she gets very defensive here, but we're going to check in with that a little bit. I want to show off her boyfriend, a total tool. You could guess that just by the situation here. Again, this guy is 18 and this girl said that she was 16 at the time, but she is actually 14 years old. Let's check in with this guy and hear from him.
Why are you dating a 14-year-old child?
So he's coming with the hard questions. He is not beating around the bush here, and that's what you need to do when it's someone like this. Let's hear this guy's answer. It's the most hilarious reasoning. I already kind of spoiled it, but hearing it from his mouth just sounds even dumber.
I had already figured we'd taken everything as far as it could be taken, then I find out her real age, so I figure I'm falling in love with the girl. Why break up with her?
You already fell in love with her, bro. Why break up with her? Gee, I know why. Probably because it's illegal and you're super weird and creepy. It's okay though, Chinbeard. It sounds like you're about to just have this girl dumped on you, and you gotta deal with her train wreck of a life. Good luck with that. The parents are about to give up at this point, and you just keep butting into this girl's life, even though clearly it's causing more chaos and trouble. So what's hilarious is Dr. Phil tells this guy, dude, you just admitted to committing a giant crime on television, and he's almost threatening him with this. Not really. What's sad is this guy just has no future either. He's totally just complacent dating this girl. He is living in his broken car outside of his parents' house. I have no idea how this car got so wrecked, but that's his life. And it just sounds like he's making the dumbest mistakes as well, and I think his parents need to step in and start telling him what to do. Even though he's 18, like, dude, start making some better decisions. So anyways, guys, wrapping it up, I know a lot of you were wondering what was going on backstage that I was talking about, and this girl throws a full-on fit that lasts for multiple minutes, edited, of course. I'm guessing this was a long, like, hour-long ordeal, where she's talking to her parents and saying over and over, screaming at them, that they could not force her to go, even though they can. That's literally the law. They are your guardians and you are a minor. They can enroll you into this program and get you help when they think you need it, and you desperately need it. So in the end, after all of this, she just finally gives up and is like, Put me in the freaking van. Okay, we'll go. So thankfully, it sounds like she is heading out to get some much needed treatment, and I do wish the best for this girl and her family. I know I was kind of going in, but it's always annoying to see people with just total attitude problems on here that have their life in shambles. Like, wake up and look in the mirror, all right? But anyways, guys, that about does it for today's video. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.